Drumma Boy.
Hey.
How you doing? Thanks for coming in.
I appreciate you having me, man. Can I hear y'all say, hey, yeah, boy?
Hey. So how are you getting on in New York? I know you've been here for the past few days. What have you been up to?
Man, it's been a blessing, man. New York is always amazing. I've been somewhere everywhere. We've been at Revolt. We've been at all kind of labels. We've been out.
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel
We
Comic.
heard.
You know, we just introduced a record called Hulk Smash Remix. It's going crazy. I'm doing some of everything, man. I was with Fetty Wap, Gucci Man last night. We
Not too
everywhere.
shabby.
Absolutely. So working, I was with Jerry Wonder. We did some stuff at Platinum Sound. You know, producing. I'm always producing, trying to keep sneaking in the hits, as well as promoting press. When you're in New York, man, it's like no sleep. So I've been literally back to back to back. We've been walking from block to block, avenue, avenue. I had to learn. I'm like, we going up the blocks? No, we're going up the avenue right
And
now.
it takes a while to realize that the avenue is so much longer than the
Yeah,
block. It's like,
yeah.
what? This avenue is like 10 blocks.
Absolutely.
So it's good you have everything in moderation. A bit of
Absolutely.
work, a bit of play, no sleep, walking everywhere. It sounds like you have the New York lifestyle just completely down.
Just building. That's what y'all do up here, right? Just build.
Yeah, just be. So tell us a little bit about the video that everyone saw, the conductor, right before we walked onto stage.
The conductor video was a performance of my father's last performance. He was first chair clarinetist in the Memphis Symphony Orchestra for 40 years plus, first African American to do so, and I felt like it was a moment for me to capture my father's legacy. I had Jonathan Manning come in town. He actually hit me and wanted to do a photo shoot, and I was like, man, this is the perfect time, but only if you do video. And Jonathan Manning is right here out of you guys' city. I mean, incredible photographer. He shot Busta Rhymes, Janet, Beyonce, Jay. He doesn't shoot too many people. And for him to be able to fly into my city of Memphis, capture that moment, give me the video, it was priceless.
And did your dad realize the extent of how big this was for you to be doing this for him?
He realized how big it was, and I realized how big of a check I had to cut to make that thing happen.
But don't tell your dad. Don't tell your dad.
Oh yeah, he knows.
Okay, good.
He knows. But it was a thing where like I was raised in the orchestra. Like I never had babysitters, and my dad would take me to the operas, the Nutcrackers, the rehearsals. You know, I would by the age of 4 or 5, I could honestly identify a cello or a bassoon or a viola or the difference between certain instruments, clarinet, oboe, like, you know what I mean? And just really pinpointing what an instrument sounds
Do you
like.
remember the first instrument that you learned to play and you were like, yeah, I actually like this. I think I want to carry on with it?
A recorder.
That was the very first. How old were you?
2, 3.
What was the first song you learned?
The first song I remember learning as far as piano was like Furry Lease.
Nice.
Little real simple stuff. Dun, 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 like, well, I don't even know the name.
Didn't
of it.
realize we were getting a performance.
It's not a performance, you know, just humming, just spitting melody.
So it's what's interesting is, correct me if I'm wrong though, the whole debacle of like you deciding you wanted to do music and your dad wanted you to stay in school and go to college, and then you dropped out to pursue the music career. Is that correct?
I got kicked out due to unattendance.
Okay.
So I'm traveling back and forth to Atlanta in the middle of working on Jeezy's album, Boys in the Hood. I did a record called Standing Ovation that got me my first platinum plaque. Of course, my father would know nothing of these records. He didn't know anything about Drumma Boy. And my thing was to get my name as big as possible because I've been taking homeschooling, honestly, for so long that, like, when I'm in class going through music theory and whatever, like, I'm acing
Yeah.
the grades where it's to the point where it's boring. Like, how many times am I going to get asked this question? And a lot of times schoolwork, collegiate work is really brain food. And it's to really discipline you to be able to react a certain way and handle certain things in the real world, which I felt like I was already ready for. Like I said, I had a name. I was making $2,500 a beat at 15 in high school. You know what I mean? Varsity basketball player, we coming out to my beats on warm-ups. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the pom girls and the cheerleaders learning how to choreograph, you know, doing choreography to my music and doing routines and steps and whatnot. By college, all of the step shows we were sponsoring. You know what I mean? So my first year was very cool, and second year was a little less cooler. Third year, even less cooler. I'm in Atlanta. You know what I mean? And I got kicked out due to unattendance. It's crazy. I had 6 months, relief from school.
Yeah.
They're like, you kicked out 6 months on attendance. And my dad is cool with the dean of the university, so I don't know how he didn't find out sooner, but it took him about 3 months between that 6-month period when he found out. He caused me just cursing. What the fuck is,
So what did he think you were up to, though? If he didn't know about Drumma Boy, like, did he think you were just, like, avid
He didn't know.
attender
He
of
just thought I
college,
was a
like,
basketball
studying?
player.
Okay.
Like the whole time, I'm varsity basketball, I'm AAU. I went to Nola Richardson's basketball camp, won MVP, won 3-on-3 champion, 5-on-5 champion. I'm in all kind of all-star leagues. I was getting recruited by Western Kentucky, University of Memphis.
So you had a
University
good
of
cover
Arkansas.
that was completely legit, so he
Yeah.
wasn't asking any questions.
It was
He's like,
crazy.
he's too busy for anything else.
Yeah, he always, when he saw me flunking out in sports, and I forget what the class, it might have been PE, but it's not PE in college. It was something. But
Okay.
we played basketball in the class, and he saw me flunking out in that. He was like, man, come here. What you up to? Because he knows how much I love basketball. So if I'm flunking basketball, it's got to be something else.
So did you tell him then?
Yeah, so we
Okay.
sat down, and I said that I'm Drumma Boy, man, Pop, I'm Drumma Boy. I got songs on Jeezy and this and that. And
Yeah.
he's like, who? What? You know what I mean? And he's, a lot of orchestral people look at hip-hop like, psh, that's not music. That's not, you know what I mean? So it was difficult to prove myself. Like, I'm the only people I know are, like, street artists. To be honest with you, I'm growing up in Memphis. So it's like, okay, I know Yo Gotti. I don't know Mariah Carey. I don't know Mary J. Blige. I can produce any genre of music, but you got to start from somewhere. So, okay, Yo Gotti. I do a song with him. That's what's up. Tila. I do Tennessee. We wanging 3 songs on the album. I'm 15 with a song on the radio. 2,500 a beat. Okay, pay my mom back for financing my equipment. And keep going. Buy more equipment always.
So you're
investing
basically
in myself.
financially secure in your early teens from beats you were making.
Absolutely. And
So-
when he found out I was kicked out, he made a bet with me and was like, man, you want to be this Drumma Boy, you want to be this and that, but I don't think you're going to be successful. And he was really telling me, like, you're not going to make it doing this. And I, like, just tears.
That's
coming
putting
down
a
my eyes.
fire under your ass, though.
Like,
you
what?
know?
This is my dad telling me I'm not going to, like, bro, you don't even know who I am. Got up, man, I'm Drumma Boy, man. You got me messed up, and I'm just cussing back like he cussing to me. Like, man, you got me effed up, man, this and that, da-da-da. Like, bro, you're going to see who I am. And I pulled out $10,000 cash, slapped it on the table.
You
He was
didn't.
like, what is that?
And what did you say?
He said, you don't have a debit card. You don't have credit. You can't go buy your mama the house you want. You can't go buy your mama a car you want. You're going to go pay cash and be right back broke. What is that? He said, I'm going to beat your ass if you don't show a difference within a year. And since you big bad wolf, show me 100,000 on top of that in your bank account. I don't want to see a briefcase full of cash or a duffel bag in your bank account. 10 months later, showed him the statement. I remember flying into Memphis. I was like, man, look, I'm gonna book me a first-class ticket from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And I flew into Memphis, got me the most expensive rental car I could find. And pulled
Look
up
at
to
me
my
now,
dad's house. Like,
Dad.
come on, man, let me take you out. Let me get you some ice cream. And showed him that statement, and we've been best friends ever since, man. It's crazy.
You
He calls
proved
me
him
now.
wrong.
He called me when I did a record for 2 Chainz. He was like, boy, I like this one. I'm riding around, I'm getting it. I'm riding around, I'm getting it. I said, man, we don't do that dance, Pop. That ain't it. He going, ride around, we get it. Like, what is that? Nah, but we always have fun, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing, the most important part of that story is that the parents want to make sure that you're spending your time wisely. You know what I'm saying? And parents who care, they're going to talk shit sometimes, you know what I mean? And they're going to push you and motivate you to really step your game up. And show me the proof. Ask your kids, if your kid's doing something, man, let me see. You know what I mean? And that's the difference as opposed to not checking, not caring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was important for me to push me. And without him doing that, I probably might not have made that 100,000 as fast or, brought that deal back as quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely that was motivation and fuel to the fire.
And it's funny because there is a such thing as like over support from parents.
Absolutely.
That could be demotivating in some way. It's more just like lack of support is like you wanting to do a 180 and turn around and say,
Reverse
look, I will show you.
psychology. Yeah. Too
As
much
simple
pushing
as-
will make you run away. I've definitely seen a lot of parents push too hard, and you be like, that he don't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? And if he was pushing me, my mom believed in me. So it's a difference in pushing and believing. because my mom was like, I don't even have the 2,500 to get you this new keyboard. I was 15 years old. Keyboard cost 2,500. It was a Roland XP50, my first piece of equipment that I started making beats on. And she was like, the only other option we have is to finance it. So she gets this 32-month plan that changes a $2,500 finance a charge to like 4,000, 4,500. You know what I mean? And I'm paying this $200, $300 a month. I come home, can't get in the garage. You got Gangsta Boo, DJ Paul, Juicy J. You got all these people in the driveway. Like I used to have the driveway packed. She'd come home furious, you know what I mean? And just certain motivation like that was motivation to get out the house.
What age were you at that time? The time that you made 100K in the year, well, 100K plus, and the time that you had GCJ in the driveway and your mom?
I was 20, and I was junior in high school. In college. So, I'm in Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta with $1,000. I remember putting the whole $1,000 I had in my pocket down on the house.
Yeah.
Just to rent out, to be in Atlanta. And that same month is when I met Gucci Mane, Big Cat Records. And I was like, man, we gotta work. And he was just freestyling for like 3 hours on the table. We were playing pool.
How did you meet him, and how did it come to pass that you gave him a beat and you were working together?
I got a call from Big Cat Records. They found out I was in town. Big Cat was the label who Gucci was signed to at the time, and I was actually doing some beats for this cat named Young Sneed, and ended up working with Gucci. And the first song we ever did was a song called Photo Shoot. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot. And then it just took off. Then I get a call from Pastor Troy. First song I do for him, make them get their money right. Make them get their money right. Then Block ENT calls. I work on Boys in the Hood. From that, Jeezy works on his Standing Ovation. He works on his solo album. I do Standing Ovation. From that, Birdman, you know what I mean? Money to Blow. From that, Rocco, I'ma Do Me. From that, 2 Chainz, Right Around I'm Getting It. From that, I Put On for My City, on for my city, Kanye. You know what I mean? And so on, Lose My Mind. Most recently, we did a record for the Migos, first record, out the blue, Look at My Dab. Like, we got Hillary Clinton dabbing. Can y'all believe that? Y'all give it up one time for the dab, man. Can we get the crowd to dab one time? Can that be cool? On the count of 3, everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Literal snowball
Like, you had
effect.
grandparents dabbing. Like, I got to talk about that for a minute because that was so shocking. Like, I see this big group of elderly people, like, doing yoga, and then they dabbed. Like, what is going on? It was just, like, the biggest epidemic record I've ever produced. You know what I mean? Did not think it would be as big as it was. We put it out on a mixtape for free, and I have a DJ coalition. So anything that gets leaked for free, obviously, us as producers, we don't get paid. So I push it so hard to where it becomes a single. Same thing with No Hands. They gave it out for free. And then we, send it to Infamous, send it to Holiday, send it to Felly Fell, we send it to Sus One, send it to all of the DJs who make an impact.
And all this time, I read up, and it's like you were resistant towards getting signed to a label. You wanted to do it yourself because for you, obviously, as for every artist out there, but I feel you were more kind of like literal in your pursuit of it. Like longevity is all that matters. So why did you decide, and when did that kind of like penny drop that you decided that's it, I have to do it myself? I don't want to just get a cut of what I deserve. I want to get it all.
Since day one. My mom used to always preach, bless the child that has his own. I started my production company, LLC, $500. Started my bank account. Pay me directly. It's real simple. Taxes, management, lawyer, accountant, full team. Get it done. No excuses.
So power, respect, and money, what's more important? What's the most important?
To me, respect is the most important. A lot of people say money, power, respect, but for me, it's respect. Then you get money, and then you get power. You know what I mean? Without respect, you're not going to get paid. So it's crazy. Like, you have to earn respect. You have to pay your dues, as well as paying homage. When I come to New York, I reach out. I might throw on a New York hat. I'm in L.A., I got on L.A., I'm paying homage, and then people just reach out like, yo, man, we just love how you support the city, man. We love how you hit the hashtags on the Instagram. We love how you just got to be on your stuff. A lot of people say social media is hurting them, but it's about what you feed your people. It's real simple. If you feed your kid McDonald's every day, what you think on? You know what I'm saying? As opposed to salads and vegetables and nutritionists.
Farm to table restaurants.
Whole
Grass-fed
Foods.
butter.
Whole Foods.
So vegan and organic.
Not
all
the local
key
bodega.
words. So let's talk about some of your recent feats. You, of course, have All My Children with Gucci Mane. And that was off his first album since he came out of prison, which was he came out in March, and the album dropped in July. So how did it come about that you were working with him again, and did he change in the process?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I can't say absolutely not. I would say he did definitely change with a clearer mind and a clearer vision for exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And now Gucci is seeing everything that he has been deserving prior to this point because of how he's doing things right. Gucci would say, hey, Drum, once we finish with this, I'm going to just throw it out. And, I mean, me and Gucci, we have over 2,000-3,000 songs together. That's how much work we've done. So, it's, I mean, if you just type in Drumma Boy and Gucci, man, like...
So this is album 9. What album did you meet him
at least this project we put it out straight on iTunes.
Yeah.
So now we're getting streams. Now it's new and fresh, and we're collecting so many streams that we would have missed out on just giving it away for free. You know, every mixtape Gucci has done over 2-3 million views on live mixtapes, my mixtapes, all of these free websites, and now it's a strategic plan behind it. It's support. We're getting radio support. Now we're on the road. We're getting video budgets cleared, and you know it's much more organized. He's in a great shape. He's working out. You know, he's eating healthy. He's got his girl in the house with him, coming in the house every day with bags full of clothes, and he's just having fun, dressing up. Cause I'm on house arrest. What can I do? You know what I mean? And I'm following Gucci's Snapchat, and he's on there like he should bring him a bowl of cereal or something. Like, man, what I'm gonna do with this, baby? I'm hungry. Like, man, want to eat. And she just, you know, putting them on the plan or whatnot. And then she come in with a little cup of carrots and a cup of celery, a couple tomatoes, like all your little rational portions. Yeah, like, you're like, what is it? I want a hamburger, baby. Can you just put me a hamburger? Man, Gucci's always having fun. And guys like that you want to work with. Yeah. Guys like that you always want to be around, and you make the biggest hits.
How did he turn it around so quick, though? Because he got out in March, and the album dropped July 22nd with like 16 or 15 tracks.
He was working the day he got out, as usual. But prior to this point, the last time he got out, he rented out the whole Patchwork studio. He rented out the A room, the B room. He's in the A room. Waka Flocka's in the B room. So when Gucci gets out, he doesn't really want to wait on you to make a beat from scratch. He really wants a beat folder. Just play some beats, play some stuff already ready. So when he got locked up, me, Zaytoven, Mike Will, we always just kind of challenge each other, like, who gonna have the most beats? Who gonna make the most beats for Gucci? You got that folder ready? You know Gucci about to get out. You know Gucci about to get out. And you really have to have a folder ready, because when he call you and you don't, guess what? Oh, man, what was Zay? What's up, Drum, man? Man, Mike Will, what's up? Zay ain't got, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about being prepared. Luckily, this time, all of us were prepared. You know, shout out to Zaytoven, shout out to Mike Will, an incredible album, myself. And he just reached out to me on the phone.
You were ready to go with that beat.
Absolutely. And it's crazy. Like, you hear so much about the clone this and clone that. Like, bro, we're talking about memories.
Yeah.
Of records we made in mind. You remember when we made Ferrari Boys? You remember when we made this record? You remember, like, you know what I'm saying? I Think I Love Her. One of the biggest club records we've ever had, but he couldn't push it at the time. Beat It Up featuring Trey Songz, another one huge record that we had. We got over 2,000 spins a week on radio and never spent $1 on radio. You know what I mean? So, like, Gucci has a huge support base and one of my favorite artists to work with.
So who else do you want to work with? I read an article that was admittedly from a couple of years ago, but you said that you really wanted to work with Adele and Miley Cyrus and Lady Gaga.
Absolutely.
So have you worked with them? Would you still want to? Or is there some new people out now that you'd be more interested in collaborating with?
It's all about meeting people and relationships. For me, all of my placements have come from me actually knowing the artists. I've met Miley twice now. Yeah. And every time we see each other, we're like, we got to do something. And then, you know, you start to be on the mind more.
Planting the seeds.
Absolutely. T.I., I knew him for 9 years before I was on Paper Trail. And I did 4 songs on his biggest album ever. You know what I mean? That was one of my first Grammy-nominated albums. So it's all about timing. Follow G.O.D. He's got a set for you. Be prepared when opportunity presents itself. Therefore, you'll have success.
So who do you want to work with now? Any newbies that are out that you'd be really interested in collaborating with?
I
that
just
are on
sent
the
beats
hit
to Fetty Wap, so I'm definitely excited about that. I didn't even know he could really sing the way he sings. Like I thought it was a little auto tune or something. Like so to see him perform live, he did all of his hits last night, a cappella, no music. And had the
Where was
whole-
he? Was
He
it
was
a
at
concert? Or
Flash Factory.
Nice.
So it was crazy, man, and to see him just really rock the crowd like that. He was also at the 2-year anniversary for Leo Cohen's 300 Club. So I saw him perform there also Tuesday night, and the same exact voice. It's like, do you get hoarse? Does your voice leave?
Yeah.
Like I mean, he has a great voice. So, you know what I mean? That was one person who I approached last night, and he's like, man, Drum, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? And the security guards just parted like Jesus was walking through the ocean. I was just like, damn, okay. I didn't even know I had that much respect, but that's what I mean about respect.
Yeah.
You can approach a group of, you know, goons or like guys who you don't know or whatever, and they recognize who you are. They
Yeah.
want you over here, like, because they know you can be a benefit to the situation.
And are you working with Keisha Cole?
Yeah, we're working with
Coming
Keisha.
up
We
with
just
that.
did a ride. We did a song for her called Ride.
Okay.
Shout out to Tyga. Tyga gave me an idea to do something real slick, you know what I mean? And we pulled it off. So Keisha Cole's album, I think, has been a 2-month process so far. Definitely looking forward to that dropping. We're also working with 7 Streeter. I've got so many
Nice.
men plaques on the wall, so now I'm kind of focusing on at least one lady. I need one lady on the wall, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
you do. Love it. You recently dropped a drum emoji. Drumoji? How am I saying it?
Drum Moji.
Drum
So it's
emoji.
Drum Moji.
So how does-
DRUMMOJI, 2 words. Search Drumma Boy, search Drum Moji in your local app store, iPhone, Samsung, Android.
And what are they? And like,
I came
how
up
did
with
it
like
happen?
producer packs, so I brought the SP1200 back. You know, there was so many producers who paved the way for me, and I always saw like hardware pieces of equipment coming up. You know, and now everything is so digital and whatnot. And producer friends of mine, engineer friends of mine, have always saying, "Man, we don't have any emoji." You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing right now? I'm mixing. So as opposed to saying I'm mixing, you just send a mix board. You know what I mean? So we got a little mix board
Like
on
the
there.
iOS update.
Absolutely similar.
Do
but
the
different
emojis
options.
look like you? Do you have like an emoji
I
that
have
looks like Drumma Boy?
several emojis that look exactly like
Is
me.
there
I have a
loads of different
conductor.
actions that you're doing? Like, so can someone be like Drumma Boy behind
I have the
text?
salute.
Drumma Boy okay.
With the teeth, and it looks just like me. It's crazy. My mom was like, You know when your mama don't say
That's
no, but
my
she just
boy.
hit you with a slur or something. He's like, what is that? That looks just like you. Damn. What?
You have an emoji for your mom. A mom emoji.
Yeah. Next pack 2. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Everything has
Dad
been a
emoji,
test
mom
with me,
emoji.
and a lot of times, like doing things independent, not having a label deal, you get one-offs. And if
Yeah.
you do good with a one-off, then they bring you back for another one. You know what I mean? And that's been an approach. Even with the champagne, we have the #1 bottle in the world. We just won the Clear Choice Award for Marino BHLV. And that particular company reached out to me through Drumma Boy, the conductor video, which you guys saw as the intro video. And, you know, for them to see how big my fan base was, I took them to a Memphis Grizzly game. I got floor season tickets with the Grizzlies. Took them to see Zach Randolph and Mike Conley and Marc Gasol play. And they just couldn't believe it. Like, it's everybody from 2 years old up to 95. Drumma Boy, hey,
Every generation.
can we take a picture of this? And it was just like,
That's
wow,
longevity,
like-
though, Drumma Boy.
absolutely.
You
And this,
apply
like,
to every generation. 2-year-olds know who you are. So there you go. Longevity is
Blessing.
key. It's clear to see. And finally, we're going to open it up to the audience in a second, but I want to know about your fashion label, Fresh Family.
Oh, yeah, Fresh
So
Family.
what can we expect? What's to come?
Follow us, first of all, on Instagram, Fresh Family. Check out the website, www.freshfamily.com. Family spelled with a PH. And we're doing some amazing things. We got sweatsuits. We got crew necks. We're a very comfortable, universal wear, lifestyle apparel. And we try to cater to our customer.
You're getting women's wear soon, though, right?
Coming 2017.
So selfish in my questions.
I'm just
what's it gonna be like?
I'm just a very tunnel vision kind of guy. You know, I want to get this one thing right, and then I can branch. You know what I mean? So, sorry.
Any gauge of what the women's wear might look like?
We're gonna have all kind of comfortable wear. Definitely leggings, tights, hoodies, crew tops, wife beaters, girl,
Nice.
whatever you know. You girls call it. Is that a man beater? Do you call it a man
Whatever
beater?
you
Because-
girls call it, what? A wife
A man
beater?
beater?
Yeah, the girl equivalent of a wife beater.
husband
It's
beater?
a man beater, okay?
My husband beater.
I'm going to be wearing it all the time. Well, we're going to open it up to the audience now. Any questions from you guys?
Hi, so it's awesome. The most important thing in any song, personally for me, is the beat. So to meet someone that has so much influence behind the scenes is so powerful. My question is, with hip hop changing, and you've been in the game for a very long time, what do you see, not saying it happening, or what do you think can happen that can authenticate it more to going back to when you first started and you were in it and everybody came together and all of those things?
Yeah, I mean, the process of working together and all of those things hasn't changed. The biggest thing is the sound, and such a curve going from analog to digital. I still use both. I do a lot of analog still. I do a lot of digital still. And with a lot of the rappers that we work with, many of them are now using auto tune, a slight touch of auto tune, which gives more melody. The good thing about that is now you're singing along as opposed to rapping along, which gives more melody. If you notice, songs with melody are much bigger than just regular rap songs. So as opposed to somebody like Jay-Z, he goes platinum every time, but how does 50 Cent just come out the gate, go 15 million? It's the melody. Nelly, 10 million plus. It's the melody. You know what I mean? And when you look at, artists such as, those artists, it's a big difference. You know what I mean? So most artists that can do and sing their own hooks have bigger selling records. Like your Futures and your T-Pains and, your Nellies and your 50 Cents, even your Ja Rules. Even DMX was singing. He was hitting melody and, what I would be without you. Like, regardless how good it sounded, it's still making you sing. And that's the quality that I think gives you that authentication that we're missing. And I motivate guys all the time. Like, if you're not good with hooks, let's bring somebody in to do a hook.
Yeah.
Waka Flocka, No Hands. Everybody looking at me like I'm crazy when I bring in Roscoe Dash, Wale. Everybody's in here like, man, Waka, street artist, man, he need this, that. Like, okay. So you don't want any women fan base?
Yeah.
When you go and do a show and step on a stage, would you rather hear or would you rather hear you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
let's be honest, guys don't buy records like women do.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
And it
Some of
also,
us
like-
do, but most of us are going, I'm gonna check it out on Pandora. I'm gonna check it out on here. I'm gonna hear it for free. I'm gonna listen to the radio. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
girls are the supporters. The girls are the consumers.
It also opens it up to like be less devout about a certain genre, right? The more melodic it is. So I heard you're working on an EDM track.
Oh yeah, I just did my first pop EDM track ever.
With who?
And myself, obviously, Track Mark and DeKB. We did a collab. Hulk Smash Remix is live on iTunes. And currently, right now, we're getting like 60-something streams a week. Is going crazy. Dan
it called?
Bilzerian, Hulk Smash Remix.
Okay.
Hashtag Hulk Smash Remix on Instagram, Facebook. Dan Bilzerian, a pretty big poker player. He's got like 19 million followers on Instagram. He shouted us out recently in his new lifestyle app. So he put the music and embedded my song behind his lifestyle app video. And so many people have been reaching out and supporting this record because it's an instrumental, so it's no vocals. So now, like Clinton Sparks, he'll play it in his set. Tiesto, he'll play it in his set. DJ Chucky, he'll play it in his set. So it's just, I'm honored and flattered to get this much support. Definitely check it out, Hulk Smash Remix,
Nice.
live on iTunes.
Nice. Any other questions?
Yo, Drumma Boy, I want to say congratulations on your success and things like that. I'm in the music business, basically. I'm music management. I'm dealing with a lot of hip hop indie artists. What would be the one advice that you can give an indie artist right now that basically want to work with you? Besides, they most definitely got to have their bread. But what would be the next advice that you would give them before they even like try to come to you and work with you or whatnot?
I mean, the main thing is, having all your social media together, having your songs mixed, mastered, because when you present for meetings, letting people hear your music, you definitely want it mixed, mastered. And we have a DJ coalition. So if I like the music, the next question I will ask is it mixed and mastered? Do you have artwork? Do you have an EPK? Do you have a bio, website? A lot of people are using Facebook, which is personally fine. Instagram, social media, Snapchat. And then we check to see your delivery. I might tell you to perform the record. You know what I mean? And sometimes the recorded version sounds great, but the live version is like, you know what I mean? It's because you haven't rehearsed. You haven't done any, choreography and seeing yourself. Like a lot of people will get on this stage and this whole room could be empty. And it might be one or two people, my manager, a couple other people, and somebody operating the camera. And then I'll say, okay, let me rehearse for 3 or 4 times. And I watch the film to see what I look like on stage. And that's how you improve. You have to like develop yourself, you know what I mean? And without those things is you're killing yourself. You're shooting yourself in the foot because now you're not prepared when success, when the opportunity presents itself.
So you have your label, and now with the availability of like so much software out there and hardware and everything for anyone who just wants to make a beat, have you noticed, say in the past like 5-6 years, more and more people just send you stuff that was like undone?
Yeah, I always found it weird why producers send producers beats. Like, what am I going? You know what I'm saying? But then I
take this
forget.
and go.
It's like as a producer, that's my producer mentality. So then I was thinking like, okay, well.
Not everyone can do it themselves.
A lot of producers are sending me beats because they want me to rap on.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people are fans of me as a rapper, D-Boy
Yeah.
Fresh, or Welcome to My City, Welcome to My City 2, or I heard your guys playing Welcome to My City 2 when I walked in. So it's I get caught between that because I remember what I did, you know what I mean? And it was like for me, it was about getting on as a producer first. As much as I love to rap, as much like I'm rapping to you now and you're getting information from what I'm telling you. I could tell you the same story musically, that's Drumma Boy. Verbally, you're talking to D-Boy Fresh. This is the information. So, distinguishing the two was one thing, but solidifying the production first. And then being able to introduce the label and get back to rapping. And just like Puff. Puff wasn't rapping like that until he had Biggie. You throw a verse here, come out with an album. Same with Birdman. You know what I mean? I got my artists in place. I rap on their stuff. It's about them. And then I throw a verse here. Same thing with Dr. Dre. Come out with an album when I need to, but it's about my artists. And we got a lot of artists in development. DSR, the label, Drum Squad Records, definitely in effect.
Nice. So you got Drumma Boy, DJ Fresh, and you have your new alter ego, the Conductor. So this is going forward now. It's the name of the video that we saw. But who's the Conductor?
The conductor is just the guy who puts all of the puzzle pieces together. That's more of obviously me as a conductor, and me as a DJ, going around the world, kind of doing my DJ esco with the DJ. It's kind of like a 1-2 punch. You know what I mean? So we'll go and play at a festival, and I'm playing all original music, and then I might go jump on a stage in a costume or whatever and hype the crowd up, fist pump. And we surfing all kind of, you know what I mean? It's mosh pits, it's, you know what I mean? Whatever, just having fun. Energy. I'm all about energy.
Nice. Well, I think we have another question from the audience.
Hi. So my question is, how do you feel about designer and future style of rapping and how it's kind of changing the hip-hop music industry? I hear a lot of people that kind of sound like that now.
Auto-tune.
Yeah, I mean, it's trend, and trends come and they go. So, we hope it lasts as long as possible, but I definitely think something new is coming. I'm a fan of designer and future, and I'm also a fan of Rakim. I'm a fan of Dr. Dre. I'm a fan of the real hip hop as well. I love music, and we all express ourselves differently. To see how far designer has come and what he could be doing, and what he's doing now, I would say stay to doing what you're doing now. You know what I mean? And for us to be successful, for a lot of us, we're making it out of poverty situations. We're coming from nothing, absolutely nothing, just a goal and a vision. So for us to go from that to, I'm on the Forbes list. I look at Young Dolph. This is a cat that I bring up out of Memphis, and it is just night and day the amount of work he has accomplished. He's not the most lyrical rapper, but he's one of the best hustling rappers I've seen. He out-hustles other rappers. And a lot of people say I out-hustle a lot of producers. It's producers who may have bigger songs than I am, but I'm in New York 3 days. I've done almost 21 different interviews.
Which is like 3 months worth of an average person's hustle.
So are you going to come up here and sleep? Get your good rest and sleep in, and make sure you eat good.
Yeah.
Or are you gonna be on time and knock out everything you gotta knock out? Just give me another grilled chicken salad.
And full disclosure, he was very on time.
Absolutely.
You
Just
really
give
were.
me another
Punctuality is key.
What are you gonna eat now? Just another grilled chicken salad. What are you gonna eat now? Another grilled chicken salad. Just something to keep, you know what I mean? Light, not heavy. Keep moving. Give me some water.
Well, it was great having you. Thanks, Drumma
Absolutely.
Boy.
I appreciate
we
y'all
could chat
being
all
here.
day, and thanks for coming to Build.
Absolutely.
Best of luck with
Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Everybody in here following me. If you don't follow me yet,
Gonna
follow
follow him
me
on
at
Insta.
Drumma Boy Fresh. Check out the website, drummaboy.com.
I will vouch for you. I followed him yesterday, and he's very up to the minute. I could
Yes.
tell you about his whole life for the past 3 days.
Absolutely. Check out the emoji also. And drummaboy.com. I appreciate it. AOL. Build.
Thanks.